expensive stone to build Waterloo Bridge. It's a self-cleansing Portland stone. It's very expensive, and it means every time it rains in London, the face of the bridge gets a good cleaning. As we pass beneath the bridge, look to the underside and you can see the difference, how dirty and grimy it is. That's obviously where the rain does not penetrate. Anyway, I'm sure everyone will agree when I say the ladies of London did a brilliant job in building Waterloo Bridge. Well done, the ladies. Obviously, there was a man in charge. To our right-hand side, just behind the trees, there's a building covered with sheeting and scaffolding. Now, this is the Savoy Hotel, the riverside entrance to the world-famous Savoy. And at the moment, it's actually closed for refurbishment work. And apparently, they're spending £100 million doing the hotel up. Next on the right, we have the oldest monument here in London, Cleopatra's Needle. Over 3,500 years old. It's actually older than London itself. It weighs 180 tonnes, and it was presented to the British government by a very thankful Egyptian government to commemorate our defeat of the French at the Battle of the River Nile. There is a twin to that column, and that stands in Central Park, New York. To our left-hand side, we have one of the finest concert halls anywhere in the world, the Royal Festival Hall, opened in 1951 for the Festival of Britain. The building boasts some marvellous acoustic sound, and it also has first-class soundproofing, which it needs because the very noisy Charing Cross railway line runs directly alongside the building. We're now going to pass beneath the very noisy Charing Cross railway bridge. Either side of the railway bridge we have these two footbridges, and these were opened up for the Queen's Golden Jubilee back in 2002. Give them a little wave on the bridge if there's anyone up there. They don't always wave back. Hey, they're waving today. How are you doing up there? They don't always wave back, but they do say if you wave to somebody on these bridges, if you get them to wave back, it is said to bring you 7 years of bad luck. There you go. Here's another bridge inside, so if you're feeling lucky, it's a wave. It's a wave, there, it's a wave. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we get through the bridge, just here to our right-hand side, behind the trees, we have a fine piece of Gothic architecture. Now, it looks a bit like Dracula's castle, but this is Whitehall Court Mansion, and it houses the 5-star, 4-stars hotel, and it's also part of the Liberal Club. Also on our right, this blue painted ship is called the Tattershall Castle. It was once a paddle steamer on the River Humber, up in Hull. When it was first moored here on the Thames, it was actually opened as a floating art gallery, but wasn't very successful as an art gallery, so they converted it into a pub. In its first week, opened as a pub, it's earned more money than it did in one whole year, opened as an art gallery. And I suppose that goes to show you what kind of artists we have here in London. Dominating the skyline to our left is London's most visited tourist attraction, the London Eye. Has anybody on the boat been on the Eye? Yes, quite a few of you, it's good. Now, the wheel on the left holds 32 of these pods, and that's not a random number.
Oh,
each pod represents a London borough. It takes approximately 30 minutes to complete one full circle, although on very busy days they have been known to speed it up to get as many people on as possible. It takes about 5 minutes to go round when they do speed it up. No, it's not that quick, but they do speed it up, honest. And they say on a very clear day here in London, from the top of the Eye, you can see about 30 miles in every direction. So it is quite a beautiful stop. If you wanted to, you could actually hire a pod on the Eye for a private function, a birthday party, or even a wedding. Yes, you can now get married on the London Eye. A few years ago, British Airways obtained a licence, which allows them to perform marriage ceremonies on the Eye. And today, there's been over 200 weddings take place on the London Eye. Strange, but very true. Now, how it works exactly, you board on at the bottom here with family members, guests and the vicar, as the wheel constantly rotates at a breakneck speed of 1 mile an hour. The service then usually takes place on the slow journey up to the top, and it has become a bit of a tradition that you wait until you get to the very top before the vicar pronounces you husband and wife. And I suppose it must be fairly romantic being all the way up there above the City of London, saying those two magic words, I do. Unfortunately, after that, it's all downhill until you get to the bottom, and that's when the doors open and away you go, the happy couple. Now, they announced just before Christmas last year that since it opened in the year 2000, it has carried 33 million passengers. They also estimate